AliExpress.
AliExpress, really?
Dress.
What up, Viber? Today, I'm gonna show you a cold approach infield analysis I did with my client, Brenden. For context, Brenden joined my 1-week residential coaching program where I challenged him to approach 100 women in just 7 days. Now, here's the thing. Brenden's 28, he's a communication coach from Montreal, but before working with me, he had never dated or even approached a woman. Zero experience. The approach you're about to see happened on day 4 during his 50th approach, so it's halfway through the challenge at this point. And this was a huge turning point for him. He talked to this girl for almost 10 minutes and something super fun went down. Let's see what happened.
Hey, excuse me. I just noticed you on the street and I really loved your outfit. Where did you get it from?
Thank you. AliExpress.
AliExpress, really?
Dress.
They sell those dresses?
The stop is pretty decent, I would say. And then, I mean, to be fair, you got a little bit lucky here because she responded right away saying like AliExpress. She could have just walked away. Your vibe is like pretty strong. Your reaction too as well is like, oh, AliExpress, really? So like the whole thing is on a pretty strong footing, you know?
Tell me about it. What got you in a special mood today? Because it was raining most of the day, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's like I'm nearly finished doing this course that I'm doing. I'm not teaching today, so I'll have like a relaxing day.
Oh, you're like a
Stress.
teacher vibe.
It's a 1-month course I'm doing. I finished my degree. It's nothing to do with teaching, but I just want another thing that I can do.
Gotcha. Oh, careful. Guys, it's my... Okay, so you're teaching something. Can I guess what you're teaching? Let me guess.
There's multiple threads right now revealing itself, right? What she's teaching is different from what she studied. My thing would have been like, why'd you change your mind? What happened there? That's the main thing, right? I studied this, but then I'm teaching something completely different, right? So I'll be like, okay, so let me guess. So like you wanted to do this, okay, do this, like Gemini vibe. Either go in that direction or be like, okay, tell me more. Like what is...
But it's not so obvious because you're dressing in black most of the time, right? So... I mean, you got a little handkerchief vibe going on. Got some thrifty, but you're more like a hipster vibe.
But that has nothing to do with what I'm teaching.
That has nothing to do with...
I'm just teaching this because I can make money doing it in Asia.
Then you're teaching English, right, as a second language to Chinese students,
What's
or
any
a different
internationals?
That's I'm having trouble placing you. Like, I think you're Asian.
I'm half
You're half Asian. That's it. I'm just curious, what kind of Asian are you?
Vietnam and the UK.
Oh, okay. So your mom and dad, one of them.
You're kind of jumping from topic to topic here.
You're right, because I'm stressing out. I'm not sure how to lead the set.
Main topic was
Teaching.
Okay, teaching and English, right? And then you're all of I'm having trouble placing it. Right? So it's a bit like jumping from topic to topic. So rather than that, it'd be like, okay, so you're teaching English to Chinese students. How'd you get into that? You know? Like, do you come from like a teacher family or like, I feel like you do have like some Asian background in you. So like maybe you already have that background in you. So like maybe just something that you're familiar with, so easy to make money. Go deeper.
I'm trying to go down, and then when I get stressed, my immediate gut reaction is to pull out and try
then go
another
to
box,
another
right?
topic. Exactly.
Whereas,
everyone does that.
right? So I'm guilty of it too. Fair enough.
When I'm going deeper, then I playfully like kind of banter back and forth, and then I qualify them. Then it hits way harder because I'm getting to know them, and they understand that I'm not just saying some random stupid shit, silly stuff. It hits harder, you know.
Beautifully said.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna have to approach a lot more to get to that level, but
we're just getting started here.
Yeah,
you know?
totally.
Yeah, we're just getting started, and that's fine. That's why, because we're getting started, also it allows you to kind of like take a breather. Don't stress out too much. You know, like you're learning a lot. So
totally.
Yeah.
Is European and English, and the other one's... That is such a cool... I've never seen that.
It's pretty rare.
That's very cool. What was your name, sorry? Brenden, nice to meet you.
It's a cool mix. The thing is, like, she didn't choose that, or maybe her soul chose that, whatever.
Really tricky.
Yeah,
right.
She didn't choose that. Like, so I wouldn't comment on that's a cool mix. It's very like pandering, you know. Like, yeah, don't say that. What I would have said is like, man, that's a funky mix. So like, your parents are a little edgy, no? They're out there. Okay, so like that kind of makes sense. That's why you're kind of like out there as well, you know. You're like making like a pattern, you know.
You're so next level, bro.
Yeah.
I totally agree, bro. You even caught me because I tried so hard to comment on things that I'm born with, and you caught me in that. You're totally right. Because I was genuinely like fascinated by the fact that she was half Vietnamese, half English. I just said it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're genuinely fascinated by that,
I was actually genuinely.
Yeah, then that's fair. Yeah,
but your point is so next level, funky but edgy. That's so true.
Yeah. No, it's almost like, okay, how did her mix happen, right? It's like, well, her parents were funky, right? Her parents were just okay. No, like not the conventional vibe. Right?
That's a great question. Like, how did your parents meet?
Yeah,
That's a sick question.
Yeah, and they gave you the name Okay, so like sounds like the dominant, like the vibe is English. Okay, like you must have a Vietnamese name too then, huh? Is that your middle name? You know? Now it's like within 2 minutes, she feels so heard. And she feels like, wow, like this guy is just like
Jesus.
next level. Like he's getting me at the core, or like through to my soul, you know?
You're God tier, bro.
Yeah.
You're God tier.
Where are you off to now?
I'm gonna go home.
See, like it's a bit like jumpy now. Basically, like you're running out of things to say. Then I would have said like, okay, funky mix, two mix. Okay, so like, who gave you that name? Is it your dad's side? Is your dad's side is English, or your mom's side? Okay, dad's side. Okay, so dad's side is dominant then. Okay, do they meet here in London or England, or I'm curious, you know, right?
You're so
You
good
must
at
have
piercing the heart so quickly.
Yeah. Another thing you could have commented on, she's talking about like how like she's half, and just like, okay, so you clearly have an English accent. Where's your Vietnamese accent? Did you grow up mostly in English? Like, do you have a Vietnamese side like at all, or is that just like your mom or your parents that you were just born, you grew up here a lot? Like, there's so much to work with here, so much, because she revealed such critical information, being that she has multicultural background, you know, and then just like the name, like how they met, you know, how she grew up, you know, where she's been, what was her childhood like growing up, was it difficult being an outsider? I can always relate because I've always moved around a lot. Did you always move around as well, or like did you mostly grow up in London or the UK or outside of the UK, or did you have multiple accents growing up? Do you also speak Vietnamese? There's so many things already within 2 minutes, you know.
Expand my rays a little bit more.
Yeah. It's just more about like how to be more curious about people. Curiosity is a form of love, right? And usually people are interested in, you know, their past, you know, their identity, right? It's not just about what they want to do in the future, you know? This is like your vibe, right? I mean, what they want to do in the future, like, yeah, that's great. Then like the past, and then actually understanding like the trace, the origin, right? From the past to the present and the future, understanding the pattern, you know, you actually understanding the whole macro pattern, the makeup of it, and then you kind of presenting that, you communicating, you know, all of that in front of her, right, with her. It's like, oh, this is like what I'm getting, is that right, you know? Then it also allows her to understand her better. Oh, okay, I've never thought about it like that, but actually, like, yeah, maybe, you know.
Where are you off to now?
I'm gonna go home and cook dinner and do my homework.
Cook dinner?
I'm teaching tomorrow is my final lesson. So I have to
awesome.
plan.
That's really cool. And what are you cooking? What's on the menu?
Yeah, I just have to go to the supermarket.
Just gonna follow your intuition, follow the vibe there. Very cool.
She's like, yeah, I just have to go to the supermarket and go. It's like, you're just kind of like a spontaneous on the go. So like, you just kind of pick whatever, you know, that day, and then you just cook, you know. You cook a lot, by the way, though. Yeah, what's your thing? English, Vietnamese? It's like, what's your thing? Like,
What kind of food do you cook more?
Yeah.
Are you more like a
So many
banh mi girl? Or are you
yeah,
more like
yeah. When someone has like multicultural vibe and someone's traveled a lot, there's just so much to work with. You know?
What about your astrology side?
You see how it's jumping again, right? Completely different.
Because I'm
topic,
running
yeah.
out of.
Yeah. You could have gone like way deeper,
Yeah.
you know, and then you're just like, okay, astrology. It's a bit random, you know. Yeah.
It's totally random. I'm just trying to keep the set.
Yeah. I get
It's
it. I
basically-
get it. Yeah. But your vibe is great though. Your vibe is great.
You feel like a Scorpio, honestly.
I love Scorpios.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends.
Yeah, like you sound like a problem. You feel like a little dangerous to me. That's. I feel like you got like a
I'm
little
also
sneaky.
Water.
Yeah.
I'm water sign.
You're going, sorry?
I'm a water sign.
You're an Aquarius.
No.
No.
Water sign, and then you didn't get it. You're like, oh, what's up? And then she's like, I'm water sign. I would have been like, water. You say water or like water, you know? Right? You just like play around with that.
Oh,
yeah?
bro,
And
I-
she's like, you know?
Like, what?
It like spikes the emotion, right?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Never take anything for like granted, you know?
Yeah.
Just like always like, you
Yeah,
know,
and you
like,
push on everything.
yeah.
It's masterful, bro. I'm ASD, you're AAAAASD. You're advanced.
I mean, it's just fun because like that's my frame.
That's
Everything
your
is fun
frame,
and playful.
yeah.
That's like my vibe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I invite them to fall into my frame as well. If they play with that, they might actually play back too. And they're gonna be like, they might imitate my accent, my American accent, whatever. Right? Like water, you know? Right? Then it would be like Harry Potter. And then you just like keep on going, you know?
No wonder all these models are flying out for this guy. Jesus Christ.
Easy.
You're a water sign, but you're not an Aquarius?
Do you know the other water signs?
I don't think I know. Well, okay, so what are the 12? Taurus, Aquarius,
I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'll give you proof.
Aries. Oh, talkative a lot?
No. Bruh. What is my hand right now? This animal.
Oh, you're like a crab. Which one is the crab? Is that Cancer? Cancer, okay. And what does Cancer say about you? If you follow that stuff.
Instead of saying like, what's the Cancer say about you? I would just assume something about Cancer right away. And then I would just like either push her or be like, oh, Cancer girls are trouble. Okay, I can. I don't too emotional. I
Oh.
can't do it. Yeah. You know.
Damn.
Yeah.
I've fallen in love with this guy like 6 times. We're just
Right, so like you either make up something on the spot like that, or just be like, man, like the Cancer. I don't know anything about Cancer vibe that much, but I would guess that if anything, just based on your vibe, if you're the representative of the Cancer community here, you know, like it's trouble. You just can't make up your mind. You might as well be Gemini, you know? You might as well be Gemini. Black and colorful. It's like you can't even. You don't know what to make for dinner. It's you know.
bro,
Yeah.
this is some crazy shit.
Yeah. You see?
Very sensitive.
Very sensitive. That's really good. Tell me more about that.
I would be like, sensitive. Okay, I gotta be careful a little bit. But tell me more. So it's like this, like back and forth, push and pull.
Yeah,
right?
your pushing is so masterful. Even if they just go A, you're gonna like, yeah, A, yeah, just like you're gonna figure out a way to push. It's like they're sensitive. I was like, yeah, tell me more. I want to hear more. But you go like,
But
you're still doing it, but you're pushing.
Yeah, but this is the thing is like I'm not trying to push though. It's almost like, okay, sensitive. I don't know if I like that, to be honest. You know, I don't know if I like people who are known to be sensitive, right? So this I'm just like speaking to myself. Okay, I gotta be a little bit careful.
But
Tell
is
me
that
more,
like
you know?
how you really feel, or is that just more?
That's how I really feel.
Oh, okay, because that's not how I feel.
Yeah.
Like I like sensitive.
Okay,
people.
okay.
Because they're more in tune with their emotions.
Okay, then you can.
But
be
then I
like,
should say that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But then it
that-
would be a pull, no?
Then it's fine.
Okay.
Then it's fine. A bit of pulling is fine.
Yeah.
But then like you can
But
you
the problem
find.
with me is I pull too much, so even any pull, I'm not even sure if I should do, right?
No, it's fine. You can be like, I like that, but tell me more. You know.
Yeah.
Like sensitive people, conventional people are like not really into that, but I'm curious. You know, I'm curious. Tell me more. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
You're like, Brenden, there isn't much more. I just paint my nails black. I wear everything black. Okay.
But I'm like sensitive to things and people and how they react towards me and like things in my day. Like I'll cry if I see something cute on the street or something.
Then I'd be like, how do you live in this city then? You just get affected by everything. Like every little thing. Like you must see that guy and then he just like doing this and then you can like hear everything. There's like truck going by and you're like startled, you know, like how do you navigate life? That sounds
I think would have went on a date with Steven. That's my assessment. Great though. I never would have thought to ask that.
When was the last time, if you don't mind me asking, when was the last time?
Yeah,
Days
basically.
ago,
The bus passed by, so I pause it, and then
Sure.
you ask like, when was the last time you felt really moved or sensitive, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
We got like a weird conversation vibe where I'm talking to you and there's like trucks and I'm like saving you to make sure you don't get out.
Yeah. So in this case, what I would have done is that because you're talking about how she was sensitive, and then the bus is going by, like be like, sensitive? You felt that? You feel that? You know? It's like, oh, like should I like make sure you're okay? Okay. You know, you're
such a
okay.
good push.
You good? You know, like little like cheeky jokes, right?
That's good.
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, because the thing is like now you're like playing this gentleman game, which is fine. There's a connection with everything. Nothing is random.
Yeah.
You know, it's connected to something that she mentioned, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like everything is like fluid and smooth because it's not like random, like out of nowhere. You know?
Hundo P, man.
You see?
It's excellent feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell me.
yeah, there was one. It was just like I love seeing really elderly couples like sitting together doing cute, like very mundane activities.
Wow.
So like whenever I see like old couples sitting on a bench in the park, like reading separately but together, and then like helping each other get up and putting each other's coats on each other.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's amazing. And is that one of your visions to do one day?
definitely, yeah.
That's really powerful. I love your vibe.
Thanks.
Yeah. You're a little mysterious though. A
But
little.
also I do have to go.
That's
get my
amazing.
train, but
Hey,
it's
I
just
would
fun.
love to grab a coffee with you. I know you gotta go, but hey, I'd love to keep in touch.
Yeah. So here, I think you pulled a little hard here because you're like, I love your vibe, you know? I would have said like more like, I love that you like that. I love that because the thing is just like in this day and age, it's too easy to be drawn to something that's like very flashy and like, you know, just like a high glitzy glamour life. But then like you see something that's so, as you said, mundane, and then you get drawn to that, right? Maybe that's got something to do with your your Vietnamese background? Like, is that it? Or what do you think it comes from? You know, have you always been like this? Dig a little deeper, you know, and then like she opens up even more, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
That's brilliant feedback.
Yeah.
Like pushing more on the why, the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely got stressed when she tried exiting the set.
Yeah, exactly. I can see that.
Yeah, so I
can
pulled
see that.
immediately.
Yeah. Okay, the train leaving like now? Like, I mean, you live in London though, right? Don't get stressed. Like you live in London, right? I mean, there's trains coming by, you know? And then like go back to the conversation.
Yeah, I realized now that I'm rewatching, I didn't do that well in the set that I initially thought of with your feedback now. I can see why she didn't feel EC with me. Yeah. I kind of tried my best, but I was too jumpy from topic to topic
yeah.
versus going a lot deeper in the game.
She hasn't asked you a single question.
You're right.
She's not hooked, you know?
You're right.
Yeah.
That's 100% true.
Yeah. She doesn't know anything about you.
She doesn't know shit about me.
Yeah. So there's no connection.
There's no connection.
Yeah. Either she's not available genuinely or she's interested. You haven't really like spiked attraction yet. And then the way to spark attraction is to get that emotional connection, right? Yeah. But then like, either like you can be really funny or you can be really like deep and makes you feel heard. Like you haven't done any of that, right? Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. Why there was no text back.
You're confident enough to strike up a conversation and you're confident enough to get the ball moving in some direction.
In some.
Right? It's not enough.
It's not enough.
Yeah.
It's not enough, clearly.
Yeah.
I know you gotta go, but hey, I'd love to keep in touch if that's something.
Okay, yeah. Do you have
cool.
Instagram?
Yeah, Insta works.
That's the one I use the most. So.
Let's do that. And then you can go catch a train and let me know what you're eating for dinner.
Yeah.
Are you originally born and raised? Because you said your parents were half
I was
Vietnamese,
born
half.
in Vietnam, but I moved here when I was 6.
Okay.
So most of my life.
I would say like this time, like let me know what you're eating for dinner. Like I would get rid of that.
Yeah.
Just like it's almost that's another pull. It's like okay, like send me a text. You know, it's almost like it sends this
I
like
got a little desperate vibe there.
Totally. I wouldn't do that. Yeah.
So you were saying you moved from Vietnam when you were 6
Yeah.
to the UK, and then you've been in the UK.
Yeah, I went to like middle school.
Let's see what your Instagram says about you.
You said that, then it's almost actually that's like a window there. It's like, what was it like actually? You know, like moving from Vietnam to here, like was it like pretty difficult for you, or was it too early for you to like remember anything? Because like you're talking about the thing, and then you could have just like keep on going, and she would be happy to just talk about that for many more minutes, you know, and potentially go on an instant date with you. And then now you just like switch back. Okay, let me Instagram. It's like there's too much stuff going on, you know.
Yeah. I'm too jumpy.
Yeah.
Jump.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a little pose going on like this. You got a little color. You like nature. Clearly, you got some nature vibe.
Environment and development.
Oh, that's why. But you're teaching English
Just for fun,
to make some money.
travel.
That's very cool.
It's very cool. It's not cool. It's just
cool.
like, okay, like it's a thing. I don't know if it's cool, you know? Like she hasn't earned. Like it's not cool yet in your
I'm pulling
mind. You
way
don't
too
know.
much
Yeah,
in
you're
this
pulling a lot. Yeah.
Because I'm stressed.
Because you're stressed.
Stressful. When guys get stressed, they pull.
Yeah, no, that happens a lot.
true.
You're not the only one. I mean, like I've done that, you know? Yeah, it's like everyone does that.
Totally.
Yeah, but I just point out the vibe.
Shit. Where's your next location?
Probably back to Vietnam, but then from
Oh,
there,
like Hanoi and stuff?
I might go like to some other Asian countries because they pay a lot better in China, for example.
Oh, cool.
And a lot of the schools there, they'll sponsor like your work visa.
Yeah,
They'll pay
yeah.
health insurance. They'll pay for your flights, and they'll pay you like $2,000 a month.
What?
To that, what I would have said is like, sounds like a dream come true. Like, why are you not there already? Or I'd be like, I mean, that's what everyone says, but like, I know a few people who've actually done it, like taught English in like, Asia and stuff, and just like, it's actually pretty tough, you know? They hook you, like TikTok, right? And then like, the reality is that, you know, you don't get paid as much as you do, like overseas. Living conditions are not that great, you know? You just have to work like dog, you know? You just like disagree, right? But then that only comes like when you have like a strong sort of like
culture.
Yeah, when you know the vibe.
Yeah, I totally didn't know that.
Yeah, and then she talks about it. It's like you want to go back to Vietnam because like you want to like discover more about your culture, or just like you haven't really explored Asia much, so you want to actually like get that out of your system. There's so many things already here, you know.
Yeah.
You could have salvaged that here actually. She's like giving you a lot.
To teach English.
That's
with
wild.
no experience.
What?
You just need this degree thing that I'm getting from the course.
Yeah.
To be a native speaker.
Yeah,
which I
yeah.
already have, and I have like A-level English or something. Which
That's
is good
insane.
enough.
So before you go, can you guess what I do?
No.
This is like not that strong. You want to make her feel seen and heard so much that she's like curious how the conversation even got there, and then she's curious and she's like, okay, like
Totally. I mean, the lining thread is the set was bad because she didn't ask me a single question. That's simple as that.
Yeah.
Get a little lucky vibe.
Yeah.
Bad skill.
I like how you did the same thing as me. You're like,
No
What's-
clue.
No clue. You want to take one guess. What do you think? And as you're doing that, I'll send you a
What
quick
is
one.
this?
This is like a mic.
Microphone. For interviews or?
Guess. What do you think I do? So you're right. This is a mic.
I don't know. Do you have like a podcast or something?
Ah, you're getting warmer.
Yeah.
Not about this. It's because I was filming before. But what is that?
I don't know.
I don't know. You make videos?
Yes.
YouTuber?
Yes.
YouTuber?
Yeah. I'll give it away so you're not scared of me. I make videos on communication.
Oh.
Yeah. So I make like little videos like this. So I was just filming earlier today. I don't do any filming like here and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like when you film so many videos, you just gotta. And then I filmed Darren before and just whatever.
Ooh,
So yeah, I do like
this is
little.
very neat.
Yeah, thank you.
Very
And it
literal.
blends well
It
too.
almost looks like a pen.
Exactly.
It just looks like one of those.
Exactly.
pens.
It blends super well,
Yeah.
and then from there, I just film some stuff for social media and stuff. So I'm a teacher like you too.
Mm.
That's always fascinating what you do. It's just I don't teach English.
Yeah.
I teach communication. So like whenever you're like giving a presentation at work or something like that, most of my clients are like executive.
Basically, the way you talked about it, the way you talk about what you do is not that exciting to me.
Yeah.
You know, what you do is like fucking exciting.
How would you explain what I do if you were me?
I would be like, what are we doing right now, by the way? I don't know. Like we're talking, right? Yeah, exactly. So you know how like, I mean, obviously people talk all the time, right? And you talk about your origin story a little bit, right? Like why you wanted to become a communication coach, right? So you can like hook a little bit, and this is like you talk about your vision. This is like why I really like see that like this is like a big thing that everyone could improve on, right? And especially coming from like an immigrant background, like I don't know your exact origin story, right? Something like that. Coming from immigrant background, like in my life, I've had to sort of like, I'm similar to you. You can probably relate. You know, I come from like a Sri Lankan culture, like another culture. You can kind of like cheekily, you know, you don't have to reveal it completely. Come from an immigrant family, and then like learning how to communicate. I've seen like the vibe just like evolve so much. And then like, by the way, like, you know, you're probably serious, right? And then just like the way people communicate through communication, you can just like up level the vibe so much. And I've seen that like many times, like just like people's lives have changed. And like this is something I'm really passionate about, and this is my vision, you know, and then this is what I do. So either like you state the why so strongly that they're just like, wow, right? Or you just like give them like a little bit of like a breadcrumbs, just like hook them a little bit, you know? I help leaders up level of communication, because in my life I've seen that like that's like the single biggest differentiator in their success, you know?
Let me throw one at you. What do you think of this? Origin story for Master Talk. I talk about my left arm. I was always scared. Do you think vulnerability riz works here? Where I go like, oh, you know, which is true. You know, I was really nervous as a kid, like speaking a lot in public and presentations. So when I got older and I mastered this, I wanted to help other people kind of do the same.
Yeah, I think that's solid.
Then that's the one. That's easy for him.
Because I want you to tell a story rather than this is what I do, because it's like the way you kind of talk about it is like, yeah, it's kind of like whatever, like a random thing. So but it's not, you know, you're like so passionate about it. This is your mission, you know. You gotta know that.
Okay, like training for how to public speak.
Exactly. That's the vibe. Well, I know you got to train to catch. I really like your.
See how like the vibe is like, oh, I know you gotta like go, you know.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
didn't
you're
push
like
her the instant day.
Yeah, you're putting them on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, oh, I know you gotta go. It's like, no, she's kind of hooked.
Yeah,
and you could have like kept on going.
Could have kept on going.
Yeah, and then go for another. It's like, yeah, it's like, okay, well, like, yo, I mean, you can go home. Like, let's go. Like
at this point, exactly.
At
that point,
like, be more shameless.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, okay, I really like you. You're trying to pull again.
Yeah,
like,
so much pull.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I really like your vibe. Let's definitely grab a coffee this
nice to
weekend.
meet you.
Likewise. Take care, eh?
Have a good day.
Yeah.
I would say in terms of like the takeaways, right? Your main problem is that you just jump from topic to topic too much. Learn how to really stay in one topic. So that's the first thing. Jumping from topic to topic too much. Yeah, too much pulling.
Too much pulling. Way too much pull.
Yeah. Not really playful enough.
No playful.
Yeah. And you're not really showing curiosity. Okay, cool. Like you seem fine. It's okay. Boom, done. You know, it's a bit like kind of like scattered. You know.
Totally.
Yeah.
The big thing I'm noticing, that's why you're such a pro at this. You're able to build EC in like 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes.
Yeah.
They'll say, "What? I'm Chinese." Oh, like are you? Yeah. Born in China? Or are you born in, like, what's your parents' vibe? Like you just jump right into...
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Exactly.
That's good. I have to figure out how to do that. It'll need some practice, but I love the feedback. It's spot on. Yeah, it's spot on.
And then the last thing is that you're not shameless enough.
Oh, totally.
Because there are many chances, despite your shortcomings, there are many chances where this could have been salvageable.
Oh, totally.
100%. Like here, like she's hooked. You're saying like, okay, you gotta go. And by the way, like we really gotta grab coffee. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Okay, right?
It's
just
too
like,
feminine.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's just like too like eager, too desperate.
Yeah, it's
right?
shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see how like this is not the Papa frame at all, you know? Papa Choi don't approve, you know? Yeah, just like.
But Papa Choi admires the fact that I took action, though. But other than that, it's all a zero.
You took action. I think this is like definitely a huge improvement. And now with this feedback, you know, you kind of know like
what the next level is,
what the vibe is, right?
Totally.
You know? This is exactly what I'm talking about. When I was doing this, I was essentially doing something like this. My vibe would be great because your vibe is good, right? My vibe would be good, and I'm like, okay, like I'm so excited talking, getting a lot of numbers, like similar, you know, 15 numbers, and then like maybe one instant date, but like.
5 numbers, maybe 2 instant date.
Yeah,
no,
and then like
one instant date. Actually.
Yeah, and then like no one got back to me.
Yeah,
and I'm like, fuck, I'm crushed. What's not happening? Well, this, you know.
It's.
Any takeaways from your part?
3 things that come to mind. Past to present is a great way to build emotional connection if you're stuck, and it's the easiest way to go deep really fast. Number 2 is play with the personality frame of the astrology. So when you get to the astrology vibe, which is more my vibe, you guys don't have to do that, it's just my vibe. I like being podcasty, it's my thing. And whenever you tell people what you do, always explain the why.
Yeah, tell a story.
Tell the story.
Yeah.
It's very good. Yeah. Excellent, bro.
Now, after this approach, something happened to Brenden that he never could have imagined. To see what went down, check out this video. And if you're tired of being single and want to finally level up your dating and relationship game and become the papa, book a free consultation with me. Keep calm and vibe on.